It's happening right now, Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. People are honking. We are in the mecca of filmmaking industry in front of the general headquarters of Netflix, and actors and writers are on strike. And so we're trying to get their take on all the facts, what they predict, how long this strike is going to take, what the real issues really are at hand, and what we can solve together as a creative community, like I always say. So welcome, creative community, to COACHMC Studio. Welcome to LA. Welcome to this very important day where pretty much everything is on the line right here. So let's try to find some actors. Let's try to find some writers. Let's get their key insights and their opinions and what they feel like is necessary in order to get back to work. And let's see what's cooking. We are in Hollywood, we are on Sunset, we are in front of Netflix, we are protesting, we are, meeting all the actors or the writers that are currently on strike and trying to kind of, get some more insight, shed a little bit more light on this whole, that we have, this whole very, very important topic. And I'm meeting Alessandro. Introduce yourself to the creative community. Everybody's honking and supporting the cause, and what you're doing here today. Hey, man.
Alessandro, come on. I'm a screenwriter. I live here in Los Angeles. I'm on strike like all other screenwriters and now actors since 40 days ago. It's been an interesting summer.
Yeah, it's been very interesting. Like, I feel like this is a prolonged period of crisis, of changes, of very important topics. How do you feel this thing kind of boiled up to this point?
You're right. This is a turning point. This is a crisis that has been simmering for a long time. Writers' wages have been declining steadily for the last 20 years, while corporate profits actually increased. CEO bonuses skyrocketed, and we got to the point where it became what many people call an existential crisis. The stakes are very, very high. Is this going to remain a viable career, or is it going to become a gig, a part-time job?
Let's face it, one of the problems is the automation. One of the problems we're facing, whether it's actors or writers, is, this huge digital wave of AI taking over, some physical jobs, and we're losing the spirit. We're losing the very essence of our culture.
In this case, it's not just physical jobs, it's intellectual jobs.
Right.
That is very, very dangerous for all kinds of reasons. First of all, because the job cannot be done the same way, right? An AI can be very smart, but it does not have emotional experience. Clearly, you're going to get a product that is emotionally fake, contrived, and depleted. The first problem. The second problem is that it is going to decimate the workforce, potentially, and ultimately it's going to make the industry unsustainable as a way of life. It could become this sort of, corporate Death Star where AI has replaced people, and we're going to have AI writers and AI actors, and it's going to be life in a video game.
I'm an acting coach for over 10 years now, and we've been seeing this development that because we're working also a lot with LA clients, that we are receiving more and more scripts that in a way didn't make any sense. The dialogues were kind of off, the story was kind of shaky, everything was kind of felt botched and not real and not really kind of spirited, not enlightened by somebody who has like a true narrative in mind. So we were seeing this now for a while, and I don't believe that AI is going to be able to replace like the heart, the spirit, and the beautiful rational mind of a human being.
No, that is impossible for now by definition, right? Because these language models are basically just absorbing and regurgitating. They're not creating anything original. They cannot do that. In 50 years, that may be another story. But right now, all they can do is basically plagiarize.
What is your prediction? How long is it going to take?
3 more weeks.
3 more weeks. Let's see it then. Thank you so much, Alessandro. What's your name?
Bear.
Bear. Thank you so much, Bear. Let's search out for a new actor, which won't be that hard in Hollywood. I got this hunch. Who knows?
So I'm Eric.
The COACHMC Studio.
Yes, welcome to LA.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank
what
you
a great time to be here.
I know. Well,
oh my God.
We love crisis management. We believe that the real empires are born when everybody is crying.
I love that.
When everybody else is crying, you raise from the ashes. Sure. When everyone is crying, you kind of go through the streets and you say, come on, I got help for you. I got hope for you. I got something for you. And then you lead them into a new direction every time you're crying. So we found actors.
You did. On the line here picketing for a fair contract deal. What's up, creative community? I'm Eric B. Anthony, an actor and an acting teacher out here in LA.
Give us your take.
So I've been outside since July 17th, right? The writers have been on strike since May 1st with the negotiations with the AMPTP asking for fair contract deals. Not asking for too much, not asking for anything that's unreasonable. Talking less. Most of the topic that we want to discuss is residuals. The new streaming services, the way that it's set up, the contracts that we have, they literally just don't have anything to address us being paid for the work that we've done that people are still getting to consume once it gets to a streamer. So that's a big deal. People shouldn't work for free. People shouldn't have their work taken for free.
It's funny that in 2023 we need to address this, right?
It's insane. And I think it's pretty insane also that we are striking because people don't want to have fair contract deals and literally have said that they want to see people homeless and starving instead of having contract negotiations that will give people a living wage. That's insane to me, to be picketing for a living wage, not for money that's going to make everybody famous and super rich, but literally so they can pay their rent, so they can pay their mortgage, so they can buy groceries for their kids. That's insane that we have to fight people to give us money to live our lives.
I mean, it's so funny. Why is it, whether you jump into fashion, whether you jump into paintings, drawing, sculpture, whether you jump into, of course, the acting business, why is it that the overledger structure that gives the creative people work, the overledger structure always seems to hate the creative work?
Yeah.
So how is this possible?
Because of the way that things are set up, just the system that our arts career is a part of, right? Like, we are a part of a bigger system. The thing that we're fighting for, this labor strike, is bigger than actors and writers. This labor strike is mostly about, and I think this is really important for people to understand, artificial intelligence is taking people's jobs, has already taken people's jobs. It's here to stay, so we're not trying to act like it doesn't exist or that it's not a part of what we do. Right, like, because you can't be. If you go to the grocery store right now, there are jobs that are not happening anymore because there's a computer that people can use to check themselves out. That's a job that used to be a person's job that is now an artificial intelligence job. So let's just be really clear about what artificial intelligence is and how it really does replace people from the workforce. We need to make sure there are things contractually put in place to make sure that artists do not lose their likeness and the things they create to artificial intelligence and not being compensated for the work they do after those things steal our ideas, steal our likeness, steal our images.
So you're suggesting that we have some sort of control how we implement that artificial kind of workforce into the physical workforce, so there's going to be some combined labor, because you said it, it's going to stay, it's here, it's going to stay.
People use it now. I mean, the reality is, yeah, that's what we're negotiating, or we're trying to negotiate if they would come back to the table. But the big thing is, like, just understanding that it is going to be a part of the creative process, but that is not the creative process. Artificial intelligence is not the creative process. It can be used as a part of the creative process, but that's not the creative process. So I just think it's important for us to know what we're fighting for and to know that this fight is bigger than actors and writers.
Yes. We are writing honk, so they honk, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We need more people like that.
That's important too, because the community being a part of this fight, first of all, just lets people that need to know that we're serious and that we're backed by the people that they need to be worried about, who can cancel their subscription at any point. At the end of the day, that's what this is all about for these people. It's about money. And so it's like, guys, let's get back to the table so that we can make TV shows in September when it's done for people to turn the TV back on.
Plus, I think it's a no-brainer. We make great entertainment. They make a lot of money. The audience will be satisfied. I mean, what is the problem in giving us a little bit more? Because you women making a little bit more through we just say little because it's a euphemism. But those people, they're making a lot of money. And we are satisfied. We love the work. It gives us a lot of gratification. But sometimes I think they kind of get that twisted. Oh, they're happy. They're creatives. They don't need a lot of money. Well, we are the sum of our experiences. We are the sum of our energy. Our experiences that we collect throughout the day, everything that we talk, our concerns, our struggles, our arguments, everything that we do, we invest energy to collect and accumulate and remember that. And then we put it into our roles, then we put it into our writing, then we put it in our shows. So don't take that for granted just because we are curious explorers, that we do it, for the sake of the exploration. Right. This is part of our work already. That's the research.
Absolutely. And the reality is, I think a big conversation that gets to happen is people understand what the career of an artist really is and how effective or ineffective it can be if we're working with people that care about what we do or not. Because the reality is, if these people are willing to say, oh, let's use computers to write scripts, they don't really care about the people that they're in business with who actually create the art that they sell.
And the backlash is starting already.
Oh, absolutely. And also, it's happening, right? So people are getting a chance to see, what would it be like? I saw just the other day, I was watching online, somebody posted a clip from a Disney show, and they had artificial intelligence in the background. I mean, insane. insane to see that. It was just like, what is happening? And you're like, wait, are they trying this out to see if we notice that that's happening right now? And then what do we do? Because like, do you write to Disney and go, I was watching this show, there were fake people in the audience. What is that?
How are the studios not aware of the situation, how dangerous this is, like in terms of, a precedent that they can create, like a real turning point? Because at a certain point, we can, get together and say, you know what, let's create our own entertainment. Because I feel like we are fighting more an algorithm, an invisible force, instead of like real physical people.
No, we're definitely fighting real people. And then the other thing is too, like there are other things we can be doing. I think it's really important for everybody to know while we're on strike, we're literally striking a specific contract. So we're not saying we're actors and we're never acting, we won't act right now. Like you can do commercials, you can do theater, you can do lots of things that are not being covered by this particular contract. First of all, let's just also be really clear that like you need to be eating and you need to be doing what you can while.
No, shocking.
But also too, we need to know that those people are real and they know we're real. And I think a part of the uprise of all of the people coming outside to show their support and to show their presence is to make sure that these people know who they are actually affecting, right? Because when we think of actors, people think of Angela Bassett and people whose name they can name, but anybody that you see on a screen with Angela Bassett, with Chadwick Boseman, with any of the actors whose names you know, those are actors as well. And our profession is in turmoil right now, if you know their name or not. And I just think it's really important to know like all of these people are the people that are being affected by people not sitting at the tables and having contract negotiations so that we can have a living wage.
Thank you so much for this beautiful interview, sir. It was very, very insightful. I think everybody kind of appreciates your passion, where you're coming from. You try to survive. Let this culture survive as well. Please let the creative community know where we can find you.
I appreciate you so much. Great conversation. I'm Eric B. Anthony, and you can find me online everywhere at Eric B. Anthony.
Thank you so much, creative community, for stopping by today. We had incredible coverage today. I'm really, really proud of our culture. We're standing here. We're trying to kind of explain to the people in charge who are running this business that we are part of this business, and we're not just some outsiders that get paid, for a random gig. We are part of creating this entertainment every day, every hour. And so I was talking to a lot of very inspirational, creative, very, very motivated people that just like to get back to work and give the audience some hope, some entertainment, some joy, and some sorrow. This is all what we're here for. So let's find a compromise. Let's find a solution. Let's find a response to all this. In the meantime, I just want to thank everybody who's on strike right now. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you support us, subscribe if you like the COACHMC. Leave a like if you like this video. And if you thought that this content was in any way helpful to some other people that you deem important for your life, just share them with them, right? Let's expand this creative community. Let's stand strong. Let's get, culture back into the focus, into the center of our lives, because I feel like it's supposed to be there. This is our lifeline to the universe, to all the beautiful things that can happen around us. Thank you so much, creative community. Now, you're ready to perform, guys. See you, LA. Thanks so much. Thank you.